look at the little bow. Kind of matches the art behind it.
I'm doing a real hair moment for our guest.
Let me see that bow again. Is that did you get that? Did you go to prom in the 90s with that bow?
This is something that's up and coming, and it's something I'd like to get
An opinion on?
an opinion on.
All right. Cool.
I
How's
noticed you
your,
have camo on.
yeah, I didn't mean to, but I feel like to counteract the estrogen in the Zoom,
You have to go the other
I
way.
dressed like a hick or something.
That's funny. Well,
Uh,
guess what?
oh, real
We
quick. How's your how's your dental routine been in the last week?
Oh, it's been a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've tried doing the flossing.
Uh-huh.
I did it for about 5 minutes. I was bored to tears. I was like, okay, I'm good. I think that's enough. I felt all my gums were
Yeah.
like really up. I'll have to get with Melissa on the
All right.
product, all
I
of
don't think
that.
you have to floss for 5 minutes. That
How
seems
long
like
do
a
you floss for?
just you just get between each tooth.
Each teeth?
Get between each tooth. Like get between your teeth,
Get
just
between your tooth ends.
your tooth ends,
Your tooth ends need teethed
your
with
toth.
the floss.
Yeah.
Your tots.
Oh
Well,
man.
needless to say, we have a lot to talk about.
Needless to say, and we did teeth last week.
Yes.
Naturally, we decided to stay in the head region of the
Yes.
body.
Self-care region.
I
Please,
do
yes,
know that our demographic is more
we are more women prone,
we are.
but it's 2024. Give us a minute,
Live in
give
the
us a minute.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them
So shall we welcome our guest?
yeah, I think so.
Okay, Elena, please camera on and join us for our hair discussion. You beauty
Hey.
queen.
Oh, look at that wallpaper.
I thought I'd sit in the most interesting part of my house.
I love
Yeah, I
it.
like that.
Yeah, your wallpaper looks great.
Thanks. Moved the salon out and got to redecorate this space.
Okay, so we had Jeremy on last year, your other half, and
Hmm.
if I remember correctly, you had the salon in the house, but then he helped build out a salon, like your own space, right?
Right. Yeah, I worked out of my home for about 6 years.
Oh wow.
And then, yeah, and then I hired an apprentice and we got very cramped. So we
Moved
searched for a
out.
new place. We moved on
So
and
how long
up.
has it been in your own space now?
Well, it was in my space in the, oh, you mean in the
Like,
new
sorry, like
space?
your own like
The
commercial
new
space,
salon.
like the new salon.
Yeah, we just celebrated a year in July.
Wow.
So
Woo!
Cool.
Amazing.
very exciting times.
Congrats.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. It's been going super good. We
Yeah.
love it. I like to be there more than I like to be in my own home. So
For
might
work.
be a problem.
So
For
sue
work,
me. I
not for
love my job. So sue me.
Sue me. I like working.
It's so funny because I feel like for Elena, a lot of people like they do want that feeling of I'm gonna go to work and I actually enjoy what I do. But
Mhm.
it's very rare. It's very rare. And
Yeah.
for Elena, I feel like it truly is like she does love what she does. And now she has this gorgeous salon to go into too. So it's like, why would I not want to go in my little salon? Hello.
Correct. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's
correct.
it's stunning, if I do say
It
so
is
myself.
stunning. And she just got an amazing new piece of art put up too.
cool.
Yeah, I did.
And
I
where's this at? Is it Virginia?
Virginia, Stanton, small
Stanton.
town Stanton, Virginia.
Cool.
Yeah, in the valley.
Cool.
She's making it into a metropolis with each haircut.
Every haircut.
Yeah.
Yep.
One.
We're actually getting a lot of people from the outskirts, like DC, Roanoke, Charlottesville,
Nice.
Richmond. Yeah,
Oh
we're
wow.
blowing up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Is
do
that
feel like,
central
go
to
ahead,
that
Jake.
area? That's central to like DC, Charlottesville, Roanoke. Those are all within
Yes.
reasonable amount of time to your shop.
Yeah, DC is like hour and a half, almost 2 hours. But it's worth it to come down for a good haircut, you know?
It is.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe the amount of people that have curly hair. Well, we'll go somewhere and because that's Elena's specialty. I mean, she can do everything, but she really has specialty is curly hair. So we'll go
Yeah.
somewhere and it'll be like our waiter or waitress, and they're like, have curly hair, and she's like, have you ever gotten a good haircut before? I'm just curious.
And the answer is always no. It's always no, because
Yes.
there's so much trauma. There's so much trauma involved with, seriously, I'm not joking, with
Yeah.
curly hair, because people will be like, um, oh yeah, I can cut any kind of hair. But then when I sit in their chair, they don't actually know what they're doing
Okay, can you talk more about
with this
that?
hair.
Can you talk more on that? Like
Uh,
what that is?
yeah, I think because there's not much training in school, in cosmetology for textured hair, any sort of like movement, wave, curl, anything, you don't really learn that. You learn how to work on straight hair. So, not many people have gotten into that like experience of working with textured hair. So, um, when a person with any kind of curl or movement goes into a salon, there's usually, from the stylist perspective, there's fear behind it. Like,
Mm.
ooh, like I don't actually know what to do with this. And then they act like they know what to do with it. And then the person that's sitting in the chair has trauma because they trusted this person and now they got a bad haircut and now they're scared to go and get a good haircut.
Mm.
So that's where I come in. I try to make a really safe place for people who have had bad experiences. So part of what we offer is like education, but the very first thing we do is have a very long consultation. And it's usually, especially if somebody has trauma, it'll be like a half an hour. Like we're just building trust right now.
You're like, I should get paid more for this because we're going
I
through
really
shock. We're going through
I
shock.
really should. We're crying, we're
So
living in
what's
the
the
past.
just so I can get a understanding, like what is the trauma, like what's the biggest, most common mistake that a stylist will make with people with curly hair that leads to trauma? Like they cut it too short because it springs up, or like they get it wet,
Yeah.
it calms down, you cut it and then it dries and then it like that.
Right. So the typical approach for a typical haircut is you wash it first and you pull everything down to the same length and you cut it. But if you are doing that on stretched out curly hair, everybody's curl has a different curl pattern in it. So you have one that's super tight and you have one that's a little more wavy next to each other. So you pull those down, you cut it. One's going to spring way up and the other one's going to, not spring as much. So then when it's dry, it looks super uneven.
Mm.
So we typically do a dry haircut on curly head so that the overall end vision is visually even instead of perfectly everything even, because it
Mm.
doesn't make sense to cut hair that way for
Gotcha.
curls.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
Right. It's
Hmm.
very interesting, the science behind
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
so then the trauma comes in from people approaching curly hair in the same fashion that they would straight hair, and then they're super uneven, or they have chopped so much length off that they're scared to get another haircut for years because it took them forever to grow that hair back out.
it.
Gotcha.
Mm. Now,
Hmm.
have you had a traumatic incident yourself with someone cutting your hair at a salon?
Oh, oh, so many, not just one, multiple.
Do you think that made you be like, this is a problem?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a problem for
Yeah.
sure. I think I started going to cosmetology school when I was 15, and that was when I really learned how to take care of my own hair. So I spent that much
Mm.
time, the awkward teenage years, having a big fro, having, trying to straighten it and never actually getting it straight. So when I started going to cosmetology, I'm like, I'm going to learn how to actually do my hair and
Mhm.
actually be able to provide a service for other people like me. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely took school for me to figure my own hair out and then to be able to spread the gospel of the curl.
Do you think it makes you better, like to understand that part of it? Does it make you better all around as a hairstylist, or do you focus more on that and then it's harder to keep up with like modern hairstyles for like girls with straight hair?
Um, I think that yes, I think that it can make you more all around. It makes me a specialist. I can
Yeah.
approach any texture of hair and offer them color and cutting in a way that will meet their needs. So yeah, I think that it does make you better all around to know the most difficult hair to work with,
Yeah.
Mhm.
to know that really well makes it really easy to do straight hair.
Yeah.
Because now like we're expanding the salon and I have some new girls that I hired fresh out of school because I'd like to train them without bad habits. And they have learned how to work on straight hair, um, but they don't fully understand every type of curl. So
Mhm.
that's been our kind of journey
Mhm.
challenge, is
Yeah.
developing a training program for these newbies that are learning how to help people embrace and enhance their curl.
Mhm.
They're passionate about it and they're excited about it, but it definitely there's a little bit of a learning curve there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think that the mentality behind when women go to get their hair cut, like when women go get their nails done, right? They're
Mhm.
like, I tell my nail girl everything. Oh, I know she got that fresh mani right now.
Yes, I do. Of course I do.
Do you feel like that happens with hair too? Because it's such a like intimate thing to let someone cut your hair, which is like a very vulnerable thing to do.
Oh yeah. Like when they say people tell bartenders and hairdressers everything, that is the absolute truth. And honestly, like I need therapy because of it. Like seriously, just this week, I had one of my good clients who I've been doing her hair for, I don't know, 15 years. She told me she has breast cancer. And so
Oh,
we had to like cut her wig and get her prepped for
oh,
that. So it's
Wow.
like heart-wrenching. And then right after that, I had a client who was like, my dog just died. So it's like
oh
on the
no.
scale of things, that's
Nice.
not as bad as cancer, but it's just like one thing after another. And
Yeah.
like
Oh my
it can be,
gosh.
it's hard. It's hard to like,
Yeah.
support people in that way.
Yeah. Wow.
So
And there's is something about it where like, there's not really a reason. There's not like a reason why people would say all that stuff. But there is just something about someone literally the intimacy of their washing your head. You just start
mhm.
spilling all the secrets.
Yeah. And I'm always surprised when people don't. Like, I
They're
had this one
silent.
client, they're silent. Yeah, I'm like, why can't I crack this nut? Like,
You're like,
I
so
gotta
you're
pull something
okay.
out of them.
Yeah.
Are we good here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
had
have
this one
nothing you
client for
need to
like,
say.
yeah, like I had this one person for like a decade. And she finally told me, she's like, I've been dating this guy for 2 years. And I'm like, first of all, you're dating a guy? That was unexpected. Second of all, why didn't you tell me? Like, we've been friends for a decade.
That's
These are the
funny.
things you talk about with your hairdresser.
Oh, that is so funny. Now, speaking of hair, as soon as we got you on the pod, of course, we added it, we let people know.
Mhm.
So we've gotten some questions.
Okay.
We've got some questions, and
All right.
I don't know if we're gonna have time for all of these, but we'll give it a whirl.
Oh,
First question that I found, oh yes, we are gonna go through these. First question from a lovely listener. Does a blowout undo all the work that goes into a good curl routine?
That's a good question. Um, a typical blowout with good hair products and low heat would not ruin all the things that go into a curl routine. But if you are flat ironing your hair with 420 degrees, in
The
between
hot,
two,
hot.
hot, yeah, that'll ruin some curl. Mhm.
Oh,
One session of that will ruin your curl. Then
Hmm.
you'll have heat damage, which will be sad looking curls.
okay. Because see, I
Mhm.
didn't even understand that question at all.
Oh, cutie
Like,
girl.
okay, cutie girl has a couple hair
She
questions.
hasn't been around for
I
a
bet she
while.
does.
Yeah, right. Well, Elena knows she had a little near-death experience.
Oh
She's
gosh.
That's
revived
for
now.
another time. She's fine.
Okay.
She's
She's
fine
living
now.
her best life on the table.
So
Better than
you,
ever.
someone with curls that flat irons, that's a blowout.
A blowout is just with a round brush and a blow dryer. Um, so that would be
Like
okay.
big curls.
Uh-huh.
Big
Sort
curl.
of big, like think Hollywood movie star. Like
Okay.
Oh,
Kim
Jake's
K gets a
with it.
blowout all the time.
Jake's with it. His hair
Yeah.
on his beard, it
Yeah.
needs some work. It
Yeah.
needs.
I used to have like real long, flowy hair,
Oh
really
Yeah.
yeah?
thick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we should get a picture of Jake to show everybody.
I'll find a
Oh
pic.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna need
Find an
that.
older picture that you can show everybody how glorious your hair was and will be again one day.
Yes.
Well,
Okay,
We look
so
forward to that time.
we look forward to that time. Yes. Cutie girl, come on, get a grip. So the other thing, what's interesting to me about that question though is does a blowout, which is what, come on, you're gonna have to
Okay,
edit this cat out of here, Chelsea. Um, I don't understand. You're getting a blowout. So why would that ruin good curl routine? Wouldn't a good curl routine be something you'd wake up and just curl your hair, or what am I missing here?
I think probably what they're talking about with a curl routine is the process of styling and encouraging their curls. So especially if somebody has like naturally like a weaker curl pattern,
Mm,
the concern would be that they, after one blowout of getting it really sleek and straight, when
mhm.
they go to wash it and try to encourage their curl again, it might not bounce back as well.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I would say if they're getting it professionally done, that the heat damage wouldn't be there.
Oh, because they should know
Mhm.
better.
They should know better.
They should know
Yes,
better.
they should know better.
Oops. Okay, Jake,
Enter
do you have a
trauma.
question? Trauma. Trauma.
Triggered.
Triggered. Okay, Jake, do you have the questions up or do you want me to read the next one?
I got one.
Go.
Okay. For for fine, dry hair, what's the best hairstyle to sleep in? Trying to minimize hair damage.
Fine, dry hair. Um, I guess my
And then maybe
question would
we'll
be
touch on the bonnet trend.
right. Yeah, I was just gonna say, my question would be, is it dry as in like there's no moisture in it, or is it dry as in like they're just sleeping with their hair dry and not wet? That
I
I
think it
would,
would be what's the best hairstyle to sleep in?
yeah. So I would say definitely not having wet, don't go to bed with wet hair.
Oh,
The the reason there is even if you have a satin pillowcase or a bonnet or whatever, your hair is already to its full elasticity when it's wet. So any kind of stretching or movement in the hair while it's wet could pull and cause damage. So and cause breakage. So you don't want to go to bed with wet hair. But if you are fine dry hair, I would say a silk or satin scrunchie, like up on top of your head, like put all your hair
hmm.
up and put it in a bonnet or sleep with a satin pillowcase. Those are
Jake,
that
are
would
you
be.
writing this down?
Noted. Mental
Noted,
note.
girl. Noted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get Darren the smallest little pillow you've ever
Oh,
seen.
get Darren a nice little satin pillow, put his
Get
hair up
Darren
Oh,
a
on his
he would
nice
shoulder.
little
love
satin.
it.
He would just love
He
that.
would love that.
Yeah,
Oh,
right after his bath time where he's reading, he can just get in there with his satin pillowcase. Oh yeah. Okay. Favorite dry shampoo that doesn't make your hair feel clumpy.
Clumpy. Ooh,
Elena's gonna be like, wash your hair.
yeah.
wash your hair. Honestly, yeah.
Chelsea
I
uses
think
dry shampoo, but I've never heard her say it gets clumpy.
I know that does seem weird. The clumpy part is concerning for me. You might just need to throw that away. If it's clumpy, just get rid of it. um,
We're gonna go ahead and say
obviously,
get something else.
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna brag on my own product line and say Bent Hair and Co. dry texturizing spray would
Mhm.
do the trick for absorbing any kind of oil and giving you volume.
Oh,
And it's
we'll
a
link.
Mhm.
spray.
It's a spray. Yeah, it is an aerosol can.
Okay.
So the product itself will help absorb moisture, but also the way that it sprays helps to give you lift.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
Chelsea uses like
it's good stuff.
a fine powder that's like pink. She uses.
Hmm.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
Chelsea probably isn't using the aerosol can, right? She's sprinkling it in.
Hmm. It sounds like she
Oh,
might have the
Chelsea?
powder puff.
Yeah.
Chelsea's got a powder. It's like a really fine powder in a little jar. I don't know what brand it
Is
is.
it a little
Yes.
round pink thing?
No.
Is it Kevin Murphy?
Oh, she makes it herself.
Makes it. Yeah, see
Oh,
that would
Oh.
be, yeah, there you go. What is it, cornstarch?
Is there
Uh-huh.
any secrets to it?
No.
No
what
secrets?
is it?
It's arrowroot powder, cocoa powder, and essential oil.
An essential oil.
Rosemary.
Uh-huh.
Rosemary oil, cocoa
Oh,
powder,
rosemary.
arrowroot.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
I can't
Get
use
it.
It's
She can't use cornstarch, so that's why she does that.
Okay.
well, we'll need the
Nice.
recipe and we're gonna link the Bent Hair Co. And that way we'll have two beautiful products to promote. Tell Chelsea to get a couple more cans prepped.
Get them ready. Get them
Yeah.
locked and loaded.
Locked
I
and
hear
loaded.
Locked and loaded.
Yeah, this will be our first collab.
I was just gonna say a brand collaboration
Brand
happening,
collaboration.
maybe. I
Hello.
don't know.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay,
Okay.
Jake, next questione.
Uh, from a, I'll say this from a female perspective, any and all tips for hair loss.
Hair
From a
loss.
female perspective.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well,
I
hair
think
loss is
maybe she's
tricky.
asking for a friend, but
It's
Hair loss
not
is
me.
tricky.
it's
Not,
yeah.
It's it might be for
is it
me.
not
No, it's postpartum.
postpartum hair
Mm.
loss? Oh, postpartum hair loss is great because you have during the pregnancy, you've grown a ton of hair and you haven't lost any. So
Yeah.
then you lose some hair, usually around like 3 or 4 months after the baby's born. It grows back. So there's no
Okay.
like it always grows back. So don't worry about that.
What do
I
you
would
mean
say
that
there's
you?
things
Oh God, you said like in your pregnancy you don't lose any hair, you're just growing.
typically you're just like growing, like everything just grows in thick and glorious. Those baby hormones are
Oh,
wonderful.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like women that have like really fine hair, they always will like talk about when they get pregnant. They're like, my hair was amazing. My hair was the
Hmm.
thickest it's ever been. And then the baby comes out and it's bald. So, you know, it's a real catch 22.
Right around the time that the baby loses hair, like 3 or 4 months, is when also mom loses hair. But it
Right.
comes back. Yeah, it'll
Gotcha.
come
Okay,
back.
but it does come back. Okay.
Yeah, you can do things to stimulate hair growth, but the best thing you can do is just have a healthy diet and drink water.
Okay.
That just makes everything better in your body.
Well,
But
so then as far as men go,
I just have
their
to drink water.
water.
It's water.
it's a little trickier
I
with
thought I drank water. I thought I
hereditary.
was drinking
You're-
water.
Jake, you need to drink more water.
Okay,
yeah, that's gonna
Darren
cure
will
it.
drink more water.
gotcha.
So Darren started this new ritual at night where he puts tea tree oil on his head and he uses a head massager. He
Mhm.
says he would like for it to assist with his hair. And I do think it's actually helping quite a bit. But I
Mhm.
also think now he just enjoys giving himself a massage.
Seems right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is something to that though.
Okay,
Yeah,
because I want to know this, because in my head, putting oils or anything thick that could clog your pores would not help make your hair grow if
Yeah.
you're losing your hair.
So he showers first.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you do need something in there to like,
I don't know. What do you think, Elena?
yeah.
Yeah, so I have strong opinions on oil on your head. I agree with you. Like oil can build up, it can repel water, all the things that you need to have a clean scalp can be the oils will repel it. So I the thing that you're benefiting from the tea tree oil is that like tingly feeling. So that gives you stimulation, like blood flow to your scalp.
Oh,
Yeah. So
okay.
I would definitely like get the oils off of your head after you've used any kind of oil.
Okay.
Um, or you can use a shampoo that has like um, niacin or caffeine or menthol.
Yeah.
Those things would be stimulating to your scalp that would give you more blood
Oh,
flow, that would help with growth.
okay.
And also, giving your, scalp a massage or brushing. If you have hair to brush, you can brush it, or a
Aaron never
scalp
brushes his
brush.
hair. He
Yeah, like
never brushes his hair.
he should though, because it stimulates blood flow, which will help with
Okay.
But
growth.
have you ever seen like, there is no real cure for just male pattern baldness. You can, you can like delay the inevitable. You
Yes.
can help it a little bit if if the like follicles are like dying, but once they're dead,
Mhm.
you're just not going to grow hair anymore.
Yeah. Once the follicle's gone, you can't regrow it.
How do we
But
feel
you
about
can prevent
people going to Russia and getting the surgery where they have 10
the
guys on the
plugs.
plane and all of them have a rubber band around their head and the entire top of their head is a bloody mess.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's
Yeah.
so over the top. Like it's not worth it. Who cares?
Mm-mm.
But
Yeah, I don't. Mm-mm.
Okay,
that's
so
No, thank you.
is there like a way to start early and make sure your follicles never die?
oh
Or is it just a thing with men that they're gonna, it's like genetic?
It's you can't fight genetics. Like if it's gonna happen, it's probably gonna happen.
Okay.
You can prevent and like hold it off a little bit with Rogaine actually does work. Um, what is the other one? Minoxidil will help, but nothing is gonna like actually stop it from
Gotcha.
taking its course.
going.
Well,
Yeah.
this was fun. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
How how many of your like what's your ratio men to women clients? Like is it mostly women or do you have men?
It's mostly women.
Okay.
We typically market towards women because it's not just a quick in and out haircut experience. We do hot towels and head massage. Not to say that men wouldn't like that, but I feel like there's a movement in the self-care world for women. And so we cater to that experience more. I will say we have a few men that come in and they want that whole vibe, and that's
Oh, Jake
great.
would love that.
Just a head,
Yeah.
just come in for a head
Just
massage and
Yeah,
yeah.
some tea tree oil and
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
Jake
Yeah.
doesn't need all the hoopla about the hair
none of the
cuttery.
hoopla.
No,
We can
it's more.
Mhm.
I'll just talk trauma for like a half an hour and you get a head massage
Perfect.
and I'll hop out. I'll get out of there. Get out of your hair.
Great.
Can you
Sounds
imagine?
perfect.
Just leave you with all the baggage, but none of the
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Jake's like, well, I'm glad I stopped by. Bye bye.
Everyone's crying. Everyone in the salon's just crying.
That's so funny.
Good
'Cause what
stuff.
is it like in a barber shop? Like you cut your own beard, don't you?
Yeah, I haven't been to a barber shop, and I've only gone to since I was like in my mid-teens, I've only gone to a barber shop like 3 times because I
Oh,
just when I was in high school, I had thick hair. I would just let it grow long and then I would shave it off. And I always kind of buzzed my hair a lot and then shave my own face. And then with my beard, I just let it grow. And then for the last over 10 years, I just uh, razor my head in the shower.
yeah. I
Yeah.
do feel like it works. I do feel like the bald head, you're pulling it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Good.
not, yeah. It's not
I
something you
agree.
need to worry about. I don't feel like a lot of guys can do that, but you do it, and so does Bruce Willis. So, I
Okay.
mean, Jason
Yeah.
Statham, hello.
Statham's a little better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't use any kind of if I use anything, it's just a little bit of soap, like to shave. I
Yeah.
Oh,
don't use like shaving creams or anything like that. In the shower, I don't use anything. I just shave it with the water.
oh,
Mhm.
And then with
Mhm.
my face, the same anymore.
do you feel like that's good for the scalp, Elena?
I actually feel like water is the answer to everything. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
go for it.
All
Nice.
right.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good. Wow,
Mhm.
I didn't know Jake was gonna come in here and try to like surpass my hair knowledge and what to
Oh
do.
yeah.
Were you pretty
Mhm.
pleased when you shaved your head and your head shape wasn't weird?
It's still, yeah, but it's still like, because I was in my 20s, I was like 28 or
So
something like
you were
that.
traumatized.
It was just
So
like,
there's some
I
trauma.
always said I was not going to lose my hair because I had really thick hair. And then it was kind of clear I was. And then I was buzzing my hair. And then I got down to where it was just like a one, like I was just shaving it with a one. But even
Mhm.
that, the first time you go in the shower and you actually like razor blade your head, you're
Yeah,
like, this is so different.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And I went
Yeah.
to work
Oh,
the next day, and everyone's just like, hey,
oh.
hi.
Who are you?
Who are you? Yeah.
You're like, let me see the driver's license.
Yeah. But now I'm just used to it and I don't even think about it.
Yeah. To me, it would almost be like now if you grew hair, I'd be like, no, what are you doing?
A couple of years ago, I grew it out, not like long, like maybe 3 weeks, but I went back to Seattle and I was at my friend Aaron and Christy's house. And Christy was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I just wanted to see. And she's like, do you see? No, do you see now? And I'm like, yeah. And I like shaved it
So
off.
do we clear that up? Did we
So we
clear
all
that
see the
up?
same thing, right? Yeah. Okay, great.
Oh
No
my
good.
God. At least you have trustworthy friends, you
Yeah.
know? You can
They're gonna tell
trust.
you the truth.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right, exactly.
Mhm.
Well, I'm thrilled.
We get one more question.
Oh.
Yes.
You have to have like a salon, not nightmare story, crazy
Oh,
story,
oh
like
yeah.
just like insane salon story.
Insane salon story. Like like
Wild patron.
Like disaster stories or um
mm.
like whoa, can't believe
Mm.
that just happened stories.
I don't know if this is good for promoting my business though.
So another salon.
So at this other salon.
Yeah, maybe at another salon. No.
Okay, I can tell you something that I did when I first started doing hair.
All right.
Um, so I had this teenager come in, and teenagers are pretty much the worst clients ever because they have really high expectations but really low budget.
Mhm.
Mm.
So she came in and she had box dyed black hair, which is the hardest thing to color ever. And she really wanted bright red highlights, which in order to get bright red highlights, you have to bleach it, and it has to at least be like an orangey yellow colored before you can even put the red on there. But I could see that her hair was really compromised already. Like, I'm like, this isn't going to work. You're not going to have what you want. And I'm not going to not be happy with the result. And she was very demanding, and she got her dad involved, and she was like, it's going to happen. And she pretty much like forced me into it. But I had her sign a release because I was like, girl, your hair's going to fall.
Mm.
Like it's
Oh
gonna,
my God.
it's not gonna be there at the end of this session. So I went through the whole painful process, and as I was pulling the foils at the sink, the hair was coming
Mhm.
with it. Wah wah. Yeah. So then she had little like 2-inch stubs of bright red, long black in between, but little 2-inch. And she actually loved it. She was like, this is so rock and roll.
Shut up.
That's funny.
Mind you, this was like 20 years ago. Okay. Like I'm
We've
beyond
moved
this
from that.
now. We've moved on, but
That is so funny. So she actually was like, no, I get it. I screwed up. And
yeah.
yeah,
Well, I say the moral of the story is even when you mess up, you kill it.
Yeah. That is the moral of the
yeah,
story.
that's great.
Yeah,
Go to
good
Elena's
stuff.
salon experience where even the mess up looks good. That's
Yeah,
your
there you go.
motto.
It could be your branding team.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Oh man. Well, thanks for coming on. That was fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun.
What's your Instagram for your salon?
Elena, ELENA underscore the underscore salon.
Cool.
Now,
Awesome.
do we want to
And
do a song and before we
Oh, yeah.
leave? So we need one song that you would like for us to put on our Spotify playlist. There's
one
like 4
song.
billion songs on it because we do it every pod.
Okay.
You can do 1 to
How,
3 songs, however many you want added.
all right.
We've got a long
How
playlist of
about,
recommendations from everyone.
Yeah.
okay. Well, how about My Morning Jacket? Wonderful. So it's one of
Oh,
my favorite songs. Um, anything by First Aid Kit. Love them.
oh, love first aid.
Okay. Chelsea
Hmm.
agrees.
Yeah. Um, I've been listening to Phoebe Bridgers,
Oh,
and I'm learning how to sing a song by
yes.
her.
I love that you're taking singing lessons.
It's
So
fun
good.
stuff.
How's that
Yeah.
been? Like learning something new like that?
Oh, it's scary because I'm old and new things are hard. But it's really fun. It's like bringing me joy and stretching my capacity.
That's
That's
fun.
So
good.
it's good.
Can you
Yeah.
tell a difference like a little bit in your singing? Or are you like, oh, I'm getting this?
I can tell that I'm not like my throat and neck aren't as stressed.
Right?
You know, she's
Uh,
teaching me how to like breathe and how to relax and how to like use the proper muscles around my body so that I can project. Um,
nice.
yeah, I'm
That's
learning some things.
very fun.
Cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's fun.
Fun.
All right.
Okay, Jake, what's your song?
What's my songs? I'm gonna do One Step Ahead by Aretha Franklin,
Oh,
Propaganda by the Slackers, and Here for a Good Time by George Strait.
Oh,
my
we're just all
goodness.
over the place.
Yeah, okay, wow.
I love it.
Love it. Okay, I'm trying to get to my, okay, here we go. This is the one. This is the one. I'm getting down to it. Hold on.
Gordy. Psst.
Oh, is that Gordy? He can say hello. Okay, I don't have a song this week. I don't got one.
All right, that's fine.
Lame.
Hey, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, whatever. Have
Elena's the
fun.
new co-host, so it's fine that it's fine.
It's
You got
not
something
fun.
in there. You got something.
Pull it
What's
together.
No, I was gonna say, just go ahead and put on there Until We Meet Again by
okay?
Steven Sanchez.
Okay, you've been on a him Steven Sanchez kick.
I'm never gonna get off of that
Okay,
kick.
There's
Oh
Gordy.
my, there's
There's
Gordy.
Gordy.
there he is.
He's the worst. He's very distracted.
He's the worst.
Well, thanks again for
Uh,
coming on. That was fun.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
That was like
fun.
our
Thanks for
first
having
like
me.
interactive one where we got to get questions from people
right?
Oh,
answered. That was like stepping up our game, I think.
Yeah.
wow, that's next level.
Yeah.
People
Thanks
really
for
like it.
letting me be involved.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All
Okay,
right.
well,
Well,
this was super fun, Elaine, and we'll see you next time.
thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.